Hi, it's Kim, and welcome to the channel today. On this rainy afternoon, I'm going to do some painting here on the inside, and what I am experimenting with is one of my old Hypertufa pots. I've had this one for a number of years, but I've dried it all out, and I am going to try painting it. I have some old leftover paint. It's kind of an eggshell color, and I am going to use it to paint this particular pot and plant it up for my screened porch area. Now, I've got a short bristled brush to use, and then I am planning on pouring some of the paint into this dish because in case there's any residue that gets into the brush strands, I don't want to dip it into that whole gallon of paint because I'm pretty sure this is the color in my bedroom, and I don't want to pollute that paint because I'll definitely be needing it. So stick with me and we'll see what this looks like painted. Okay, I've got it poured into the little dish. I kind of made a mess down the side, but I'm going to dab my paintbrush into that. And then I'm just going to start dabbing the brush along the sides here. I think this will make it a pretty vase. I've not painted like this before. I've used some spray paint and then also some wood stain, but I've not painted with a brush and done that kind of work. So this will be a new experience, and I can test it out and see how I like it. I'll just go a little ways down inside since that'll be my soil level. And see exactly what it looks like. Now you can see how I'm just kind of dabbing it into the surface. I don't know how well that's showing up, but I'll be dabbing it. And then let me show a portion here because I won't film the whole paint job since it would be a long video of me painting. So I think that looks good. This is going to give it a whole new color difference. I like that. Okay, well, let me get to work finishing it, and you can see what it looks like. Definitely don't want to splatter this on my phone. That's what I'm videoing this. My battery ran down on the camera, and I don't want to delay and go charge a battery. Okay, I am finished with the painting. I barely used what was in that dish, and there's quite a bit left. So it didn't take very much paint to paint this. And I think I really like the way it's turned out. You still see all the texture, but it gives it a new color. And this is not white, just an off-white. What's called eggshell. I can't remember what the name of it was, but I think it turned out real well. Look at that. That's a shadow falling across here instead of a streak, but it looks real good. I think I like that. Now I've got it up on two of those small dishes to dry because I did not paint the bottom. So this will probably take, I don't know, I'll probably leave it for several hours and then test it. And some of the paint may seep into the cracks and kind of change the look of it. But I want to see if I like that look or if I want to do another coat. But at this point in time, if it stays like this, I think I like that. And I think that'll look nice with a contrasting green plant. Let me pull a little one over here. Got a few left. Let me grab this little jade. Now that would really make a nice plant. It's going to look good with green. I like that. So we'll see what we'll do with that. I've got several little small succulents. I've got some rosemary. I've got a Hoya that I could plant. But we'll see what we'll do with that when it's all finished and dry. It is later in the afternoon, and my pot is extremely dry now, it seems. I have been handling it a little bit and looking it over. I like the way it looks. I think it really turned out awesome. I have already got coffee filters in it in preparation for it to be planted. The way the paint kind of sunk into the little holes and not others, I like that look. I really think that looks good. I'm going to go ahead and plant it up. I think it looks, I don't know, almost like I made one of the Hypertufas with the white cement, as some of you have. Myself, I have never done a Hypertufa with the white cement. But let me get this ready, and we are going to plant a few little small plants in it. Now I got my new planting tray, the soil tray, this afternoon. Ordered it yesterday. It's already come today from Amazon, and I'll put the link in the description if you should want one of these. I've seen these used by a lot of people, mostly at the nursery and garden centers that I visit. I wanted one, so it wasn't very expensive. I forget the exact amount on this one, like $14, $16, but I like it. So I have one to use on this demonstration. So the first thing I'm going to do is use my Miracle Grow cactus mix. That's what I'm going to put in this pot. And shouldn't need a whole lot of it, but I'd rather mix too much than too little. And then the poultry grit is what I prefer as my additional grit. It looks like this. And I just make sure I put a nice hefty dose of that in it. That's going to work for any of my succulents, in addition to the perlite that's already in there. So now we just need to get that mixed up a little. This should work out fine. I really think this little tray will be a godsend because it kind of gives you a little background for your scoop. And it keeps your scoop and everything where you need them. I've just picked up one so far, but that's going to be fine. Now here's my tray, and I've put the coffee filters over the holes. This one definitely has drainage. And so I'm going to just kind of fill up the bottom. That looks pretty good. Now I may be able to squeeze in a few little extra plants in here later on. Just another little filler. Maybe some of the pilea. But I am going to start with the Portulacaria afra because I thought it went so well with this particular plant. I've got a pretty tall little piece here that I had bought previously, but that's going to go in the center. We've got a lot of nice root development on that. Looks pretty good. So it's just going to go right down here, kind of keeping that at the soil surface level. I'm just going to fill in the center here for now, so I make sure that the soil hugs around the top right here. I like that. And then the next one is my little Haworthia. I think it was Trifasciata, if I'm remembering the right name. It had a bloom earlier, in fact 2 of them, and has quite a lot of pups. But I'm going to put it in this pot along with these other plants. I think they'll look really nice together. You loosen up the top of the soil here. And you see I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 babies in there. Oh, it looks like another little one growing in there. So 5 along with the mama plant. Okay, I'm going to put it right in here. Kind of hugged right next to the other. I may end up putting a little of the watch chain to give the plants a little bit of a anchoring device around everything else. Or maybe some of the glauca, not real sure yet. I like the way that looks. Let me turn it around so you can see the other end a little better when we put this other plant in. Now the last one is, let's see, it's a sedum salsa, sedum pachyphyllum hybrid. It's grown real well. It's gotten a lot bigger than when I first purchased it, but we're going to put that in this end. I'd already planted it with little stone all around it, but for now I'm just going to remove that stone. Oh, we've got a full-grown baby there. I should point that out. One full-grown little baby pup. And a lot, oops, red leaf, a lot of growth around here. Let me loosen it up a little. And then it's going right here on this edge. Let me put some more of the soil in this end. Okay. Seat him down in there. I think that looks real good. Now, let me turn it around. Does that give us a full view? I think that does. I'm going to just kind of fill in a little bit around here, because when I first water it, that will put a lot of the soil level down. But right now, all I want to do is just make sure they're all anchored in there real well. That looks real good. Let me grab a little brush. Okay. I'll clean up the sides. Lift this up. I'll clean up these. You can see how nicely the little old makeup brushes make as a brush to clean up your plant pots. I think that works really, really nice. Be nice if I had an assistant cameraman, but can't always get what we want. Got to get this done early this afternoon. Get my film ready. We have a band concert to go to tonight. My grandson has a concert at the school. He plays the drums. So it's their end of year spring concert, and I'm anxious to get to see that. Okay. Let me give you the full view now. We have a nice long planter here with the 3 varieties in it. It looks good. I really think those look nice. I'm all ready with this one. Okay, let me set that down. I'll clean everything up. Okay, we're all cleaned up. And look at my new planter, all painted. I think this looks wonderful. We've got the Haworthia, the mini jade, the Portulacaria afra. This is the variegated variety. And then the sedum salsa, the Pechophyllum. It looks like a really nice planter. I'm getting ready to put this on my screen porch. Looks wonderful. I'm very happy with it. Okay, I've carried it up, and I have the new pot right here on the porch rail currently. It's just a hair wide for the porch rail, but I just want to keep it there just for a little bit of time and see how it all works out. I want it to get a lot of the moisture that might come in from the afternoon rains. It looks like we're really going to get some storms, but we'll have this right there just to receive a slight bit of mist. I want to see how this behaves in the weather, but it looks real good. Now that's quite a much bigger planter than what I have normally been using, but that's the size of Hypertufa that I have made. But we'll have a new visit out here to the porch planting area soon and get a lot more planted up. But I really think this is looking nice. Thanks for joining me today, and we'll see you in the next video. Come back.